What up? What up? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Listen, man, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I hope y'all are doing phenomenal. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. Great things are happening. We're continuing to keep pushing this platform, continue to keep growing, continue to keep building, continue to keep talking our talk. That's what we're gonna continue to keep doing. All right. Listen, we got a lot of things to cover tonight, but today is the short night. But we're gonna try to make sure that we give you the value that you deserve. But in order for us to continue to keep doing that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. And also, if you rocking with your boy, make sure you are supporting the channel, man. Super chat, cash app, gold, join the ENG community. Stay up to date. Be one of the first ones to get the uploads when I upload these videos. Be the first one to grow. Be the first one to tap in. We want to build this community up, man. We got to get to 100 members by the end of the year. 100 members by the end of the year. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal that we got. That where we need to be at. All right. And I can't do that without y'all. You feel me? So yeah. But what else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Oh, also, you already know the new feature that we added as well. If you want to get your thoughts off on a certain topic that I may be discussing, guess what? When I tell you that when I bring this up, that means calls are now open. And in order for you to get your thoughts off and get your opinions off, you have to first be subscribed. That's one. Two, you have to drop a super chat. Minimum entry is $10. $10 super chat in order for you to get in. Now, of course, the more you pay, the more time you get to get your thoughts off. So, right, if you put $10 in, you get 60 seconds. If you put 25 in, you get 90 seconds. And then if you decide to put more, of course, I give you more time. All right. So that's the only way you're going to do it. And if you decide to get up here and try to be disrespectful, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to cut you short. I'm going to cut you off. And I'm not going to refund you nothing. All right. You got me? So make sure you come up with your thoughts, and it has to be on the specific topic at hand, not something random that they ain't got nothing to do with the live stream, ain't got nothing to do with the topic. All right. The only thing that's allowed if you just want to give your support, that's cool. But if you come up here to be disrespectful and shit like that, nah, we ain't got time for that. All right. So when I bring this up across the screen, you know calls are open. All right. Cool. So I want to dive into this first topic of the night. I don't know if y'all know who Alex Cooper is. So Alex Cooper is the host of Call Her Daddy podcast, right? And so for those of y'all who may have kept up with her podcast, she's one of those women who, she had Michelle Obama on, she had Aisha Curry on, and other women on. And, she has this strong woman empowerment in regards to women independency, our strong woman don't need a man type of shit. And so she just came out and said that she's pregnant. Now, she's getting a lot of pushback because there are people who are saying, okay, well, shorty, aren't you a hypocrite? You're saying one thing about what women should be doing, women empowerment, you shouldn't be having babies and shit, but yet here you are with your husband, you pregnant. So there's somebody who has some things to say about it. But we're going to dive into it, and then we're going to give our thoughts and opinions then. All right? So let's go ahead and rock out, because you see her right now. You see Alex Cooper right here. She's pregnant. She got her baby bump going with her husband. Not sure what the husband, I think his name is Matt Kaplan. Taking a picture and everything with him, showing the baby bump. All right? So there's a woman. There's also a woman named Allie Beth Stuckey who's going to talk about that. But let's watch this TMZ video first.
Alex, we love you, girl. How are you? We got to ask you, do you see a world where you and Alex are going to be friends ever again?
Thank you. No.
Well, Alex, we still love you, girl.
Alex, can I get a shout out?
What'd she say?
Alex, we love you, girl. How are you? We gotta ask you, do you see a world where you and Alex are gonna be friends ever again?
Thank you. No.
Okay. So now let's jump. So now let's jump to this video with Allie Stuckey, Allie Beth Stuckey. Shout out to her.
Now for you, you'll be able to women who follow Alex Cooper. Most women who follow Cooper's advice will not end up with a marriage proposal. You will not end up having a beautiful wedding, wearing white, then getting pregnant a few years later. Most women who have multiple sexual partners, pursue unregulated sexual pleasure, have a series of unhealthy, unserious relationships, and one-night stands will end up with STDs and broken hearts and a long list of regrets by the time they reach 35. No marriage prospects and a personal crisis when they realize that their window for fertility is closing and there is no potential father on the horizon. That is the typical practical consequence of living this kind of life. Alex Cooper has been able to rich and famous her way out of those consequences. If she was your average girl without wealth or power, she likely would not have the life that she has now.
Damn.
The result of her life will make you believe that it's a given that you can also live 15 years of total promiscuity, and that as soon as you want to stop, as soon as you decide you want your life to change and that the trad life is now for you, you'll be able to find a man and settle down. That is possible, but it's not plausible. And the longer you pursue that life and the older you get, the less plausible that kind of sudden switch becomes. And you might think that your beauty will ensure that you avoid the consequences of those long-term choices. And physical beauty does help. I won't lie, it does help. It absolutely widens the prospect field, but beauty fades. And you cannot rely on it as your guarantee of finding a husband whenever you get bored of partying in your 30s.
And so before I allow her to continue, because she is cooking right now. She is cooking right now. And this is what men talk about when we talk about value. This is what we talk about when we talk about value. When women come with these ideas of, well, we see women, there are a lot of women, there are a lot of men who are out here marrying the 304s. Well, how come I can't just live my life and then I get the man that I want? Well, first and foremost, you do not dictate the market, shorty. That's why. Cool, go ahead. Enjoy yourself. Go and have a great time. Go and get bust open by multiple men. But the market is going to dictate where they value you. But you think it's okay, though, because y'all don't want to listen to men. Men bad, right? Men bad. You think men are just trying to control you. Men aren't trying to control you. They're trying to save you. They're trying to protect you, but y'all don't want to listen because guess what? You got that main character syndrome. You got an ego. You got pride. You don't want to listen because you think you can do what you want to do. You think you're still going to get the same results. Now, she's right. If you're a pretty woman, yes, you're going to get pretty privileged. The market opens up a little bit more for you. You have a little bit more broader space to work with. But even the beautiful women, that shit goes away at a certain point. And so this is why men continue to keep telling y'all, if your idea and your ultimate goal is to get married and have a family, do it early. Do it early. You can still build what you want to build. You can still have the life that you want to have. Everybody always talk about, oh, you got to delay it. No, you don't have to delay it. You just have to be real focused. You have to be dialed in and focused. All the extra bullshit that you wanted to do, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You're just gonna have to dial it in and focus. Like, okay, bet I got this going on, but we still got the ultimate goal here. So we got to focus. We got to be laser focused. We can't be doing all the extracurricular shit. We got to keep our head down for the next 5 to 10 years, and we just got to lock the fuck in. So that way we can live the life that we want to live. But y'all don't want to listen though, because y'all think y'all can do what y'all want to do.
I know beautiful women who have pursued that life for a very long time, and they want to get married, and they honestly believe that continuing to have these series of hookups will somehow lead them to their future husband. But it's a lie. It's a lie of the devil. It leads to a dead end every time. So just from a practical, tough love standpoint, not from a judgmental standpoint, but from a, if I were your big sister, this is what I would tell you perspective, do not listen to Alex Cooper for anything. Your heart will be broken. Your body will be used. And here's why this matters. It's not just because it lessens your chances of marriage and children, which are two wonderful blessings that God created for his glory and our good, but because you were created for his glory and for the good of other people. You are too valuable to be used as an object of sexual pleasure by men. Your purpose is so much bigger than doing what feels good to you at any given moment. You were created by, you are known by, you are seen by, you are loved by a God who made your body. He made it to be protected, to be cherished, to be honored, to be cared for. And the reason that sex is designed for marriage and only marriage is because that is the only place it can happen safely without consequences. This is protected for women, especially. Marriage is protected for children too, who need both a mom and a dad to nurture and protect them. God knew what he was doing when he created the family and the strict parameters surrounding sex. He created these things because he loves us and because he knows what's best for us. The creator of anything knows how it works. God created our bodies. He knows how our bodies work. He knows best how to take care of them. And sex is so incredibly powerful, and it can be a power for good or a power for harm. And the reason that it has to be harnessed, the reason that it has to be regulated is so that it can actually be productive and fruitful and beautiful and intimate and connecting rather than the opposite of all of those things, which is what it becomes when it's taken out of the bounds of marriage. And I do want to speak also just to the woman who has already gone down that path. I want to tell you this. I want to tell you some hopefully comforting things to hear, but also something that might be a little bit countercultural and difficult for you to hear. The first is really, really good news. And this is true not just for you, but for all of us, is that you are not too far gone. You are not beyond forgiveness or redemption. Jesus is in the business of making us new. He gives us a new identity. He wipes our slate clean. He does away with all of our past sins so that when we stand before God, we stand before him completely and totally spotless, like no blemish at all.
What's up, Monica?
There's nothing that you have done that makes you beyond his reach or his love for you. Some people will tell you, and this is a little bit of a hard thing to hear. I think even Christian women who are already following Christ have a hard time hearing this. The Alex Coopers of the world will tell you this, that shame is bad. Shame is always bad.
No, it's not. Shame is not bad. Shame is not bad at all. We need to bring more of it back. We need to bring more of it back. That whole "don't judge me." Yep, you ought to be judged. Now, regardless if you believe that's a good thing or not, it don't matter. Because if you feel as if you're telling somebody not to judge you, that means you already know what you're doing ain't right in the first place. You already know what you ain't doing. So, yes, bring shaming back. It's healthy. Now, of course, there's a difference between shaming and bullying. They're two different things. And I still think a little form of bullying helps too. It builds character. Just a little bit of it, not the extreme. I'm talking about just a little bit of a healthy version of bullying, a healthy version of shame, not just kicking the person while they down type shit. But letting them on, like if you overweight and you obese, like damn man, you kind of fat, ain't you? You need to lose a little bit of weight. You need that. Telling these shorties out here who think that they baddies, no, you're not. You average. As Kevin Samuels would say, you average at best. You average at best. You cool. You ain't all that. You straight. Your personality's dope, but you ain't that fine. Stop. That outfit you got on don't look good on you. It don't work. It don't work with your body. No, you're actually not dope shit. You actually aren't that interesting of a person. We start being more realistic. Now, of course, not being assholes about it, but just being honest with people sometimes. It can help gauge the situation. It can help bring people back down to earth a little bit. Be more human. It's like, I get it. I ain't the best looking thing in the world, but you know what I'm saying? I got other things going for me. I got other things working for me. Cool. Now we don't gotta have all these women who are 3s and 4s walking around talking about their 10s. Now we don't have all these unrealistic expectations of these women who have 4 or 5 baby daddies or three baby daddies out of wedlock talking about, well, I still deserve to get a high value man. No, you don't. Who said that you deserve that? Just because you said it don't mean it's true. That don't make it so just because you believe it. That ain't how the real world works. Facts are street. It's okay to be a 3. That means you got to elevate in every other aspect of your life. That means you better be the most fit. Your personality better be on 10. You better know how to cook. You better know how to add an extreme amount of value to make up for that 3. Because I guarantee you can go from a 3 to a 5 real quick. You're like, damn, bro, like, damn, she a 5. She might be a 5 for real. She an adjustable. They're gonna start calling you an adjustable. You just went from a 3 to a 5 because everything else shadows your actual face and how your actual appearance, your face card. It actually elevates your face card because you take good care of yourself, you take care of your hair, you take care of your body, you're always smelling good, you're looking good, you fit, you in shape. Everything else is just working for you. Everything else is just working for you. So your attraction level goes up. You just went from a 3 to a 5. Onto my she
that you should never feel.
She gonna suck the skin off the peen. You hear me? That means and she gonna have that juicy fruit. I'm telling you.
Bad about what you do. You should just push that down. That is wrong. Look, if you feel shame over what you have done, there is a reason for that. That is a actually good and healthy mechanism. That's a really good sign. It's a signal to you that something's gone wrong. That shame that you feel is called conviction, and it is telling you something. It's communicating something to you. It is telling you that you're guilty, as we all have been, by the way.
Yep.
It's telling you that that road is not one you should go down, that there is a better way. Jesus offers the better way.
Hey, she cooking though. I ain't gonna hold you. She been cooking this entire time. I don't even need to listen to the entire video. What up, Fu Carrie? I don't even need to listen to the entire video. She's straight cooking right now. She's straight cooking. And she going in on old girl. She's straight going in on her. She letting her have it. Because she out here telling women everything, telling them, oh, well, you can be the strong woman. You don't need a man, independent type bullshit. Now look at her right here. Whole baby bump with her husband. I thought you was big dog. But you out here preaching to the choir, telling everybody else that they don't need to do all of that. Man, if you don't sit down somewhere, I'm telling you, they be telling you all this shit online. But then behind closed doors, they out here doing the exact opposite of what they talking about. I ain't got time for it. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
They wild for that, boy. They wild for that. Let me get into this one right quick. I gotta talk about the city real fast. Let me talk about the city and the city budget real quick. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm gonna start talking a little bit more about the city and what's going on out here in Arizona, simply because, you know, if I say I'm gonna be the big dog in the city, you know what I'm saying, I gotta talk about the city and what's going on in the city. You feel me? So they're talking about this new budget vote that's going on in Arizona that just happened for the city council, and of course, the left, they're asking for more. They're asking for more due to Trump's administration, due to the cuts from Donald Trump. So we're gonna dive into it, and then we're gonna give our thoughts and opinions on it. So let's go ahead. I got it.
Vote any minute from Phoenix City Hall on a new budget for next year.
The council's looking for money to save programs previously funded by the federal government and cut by the Trump administration. Michaela Marshall, live outside council chambers, monitoring activity inside, joining us with the latest now. Michaela?
That's right. We're still waiting for that vote to happen. Public comment is still going on inside Phoenix City Council chambers behind me. And so far, we've heard from dozens of people about this proposed budget. Many are happy about the additional dollars that are expected to go towards programs that help people with things like housing and childcare and food. But some advocates want even more.
People united will never be divided.
Advocates advocates with the nonprofit Coder in Action are celebrating.
Look at this. Look at this right here.
Tuesday, the City Council is expected to sign off on a new budget that more than doubles the amount allocated for flexible emergency financial assistance.
So it would go towards housing, child care support, refugee crisis support, and food.
It went from $1.5 million to nearly $3.2 million after pressure from community members who voiced concerns about cuts in federal grants and rising prices.
Celebrating, but asking for more.
This comes a month after President Donald Trump requested Congress approve his new budget, which includes major cuts to programs in those same areas.
Phoenix residents and working class families and immigrants have been affected by the federal administration through ICE attacks on our communities, SNAP benefits.
Meantime, Trump settled his lawsuit against the IRS, and part of the deal is using federal money in an unusual way. The president sued his own government after his tax returns were leaked. And part of the settlement agreement is the creation of the Anti-Weaponization Fund.
This is an outrageous, unprecedented slush fund that you set up. Simple question, will individuals who assaulted Capitol Hill police officers be eligible for this fund?
Well, I'm trying to understand something though. Hold up real quick. So apparently Arizona is operating in a $162.5 million surplus. Well, that's what we're operating at. So they're already increasing from 1.5 to 3.1 to 3.1 mil, right? Liberals are asking for them to increase it to 6. Liberals are asking them to increase it to 6. Listen, man. Listen.
As explained, anybody
just let me know if they're eligible for the fund.
As was made plain yesterday, anybody in this country is eligible to apply.
5 members appointed by the Attorney General will have nearly...
Because here's the thing. Regardless if they increase it, guess who's going to be paying for it? The people of Arizona, the residents of Arizona. We still going to be the ones paying for the shit. We still gonna be the ones coming out of our pocket. Yeah, of course they're cutting property taxes, but guess what? They're gonna take that money from somewhere else. We gonna get taxed somewhere else. They gotta make up for it somewhere. Because if you're decreasing the property taxes just to increase the spending for SNAP benefits, for residents living, for the immigrants. Somebody got to pay for it. That money got to come from somewhere. And emergency funds. What we need that for? What we need to increase that for? If anything, I'm gonna be honest with you. If we need to spend money on anything, I think we need to spend more. We need to fund the police, the fire department. We need to fund them some more. Yeah, this supposed to be increasing the gas tax. Either way, we gonna get taxed more money. They got to get that money from somewhere. Gas prices about to be crazy.
$1.8 billion of taxpayer money to pay people who claim they were wrongly persecuted by Democrats.
I think in some ways the media has misrepresented what this is actually about. This is about compensating Americans for the lawfare that we saw under the last administration. And by the way, anybody can apply for it. Republicans can apply for it. Democrats can apply for it.
And back to the budget here in the city of Phoenix. Tonight's vote is the first of 3, but this is the one that really counts. And if all goes to plan, it will officially be adopted.
Man, I don't think I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't think they need more money for SNAP benefits. I don't think they need more money for the living resident, just simply because I think a lot of people just struggle with learning how to spend their money. That's where the struggle is coming from, bro. What are we increasing? All you're going to continue to do is continue to keep handicapping these same people who continue to keep asking for more money. All you're doing is handicapping them. SNAP benefits and unemployment, all that shit's supposed to be temporary. All of it's supposed to be temporary. That's not supposed to be a permanent thing. And of course, the liberals, they're going to ask for more. They're going to continue to keep asking for more and more and more because they want to be on that shit they want to be taken care of for the rest of their life. They want that shit to be permanent. All this is just a quick injection just to help you out a little bit. And this is supposed to be temporary. That's all it's supposed to be. But of course, they're going to try to fight the shit. Oh, we ain't doing it. The city needs to help us out. The city needs, man, listen, dog. Better go get your bread up. What's up, Banana Jukes? Mental health is an all-time. Your mental health is at an all-time low. Yup. That's what I'm saying. You can't even throw it without running to games, man. See, nah. That's what I'm saying. They need to clean up these streets. Get them jokers out from downtown. Clean that area up. Get them from out of there. Man, when I tell you I went downtown one night, me and Marcus on Courtney, man, we went downtown and we end up making a wrong turn in the downtown city. I'm talking about none but base heads. None but base heads. They all, and it was a dead end too. It's all cooped up right there. I said, bro, this is bad, bro. I was for sure we was about to get ran up on. I was for certain. That's what we need to focus on. We got to clean up them goddamn streets downtown. Man. That shit was wild. I ain't gonna hold you. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
What? What she say? They sleep on the floor with no coverings in front of the Capitol building every night. Man, see, nope. Get him out of there, boss. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. We don't want him. We don't want them over there. Get him out of there. You hear me? See, do we want to talk about that? Yep, we do. We'll discuss this. We'll discuss it. Y'all give me a second. Y'all give me a quick second, y'all. In the meantime, make sure y'all tap into the super chats and the Cash App. Y'all see the Cash App go and the super chat go tonight. Make sure y'all support the channel. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh, we back. All right. So let's get into this next topic. Let's talk about Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, he just invested in a stake in the Cleveland Guardians. For those of y'all who don't know who that is or what that is, so it's an MLB team. And Travis Kelce, for those of y'all who don't know, is Taylor Swift's fiance. Taylor Swift's fiance, who is a Kansas City Chiefs tight end, one of the highest paid tight ends in the NFL. So we're going to dive into this topic and then we'll give our thoughts and opinions on it. So let's go ahead and rock out.
Honey, I'm sure this is the...
Travis is now a minority local investor in our hometown Cleveland Guardians.
Go Guards, baby!
That's why we got the Guardian gear.
This is some of the coolest, stuff I've ever been a part of. It's like you were saying, the childhood memories, the jumping on the rapid with the family or my friends in high school and going down to a game and just buying a program with dad when I was younger and keeping score of the game. There's so many countless memories of the 90s and then early 2000s where it's just it's in me to always root for the Guards and always want to be a part of them from even though I haven't been able to get back to Cleveland as much as I've always wanted to. And this is a way that I can always cement myself back into the east side of Cleveland, man. And I think this is it's a dream come true for a Cleveland kid. Any Cleveland kid would be through the roof right now, and I'm happy to be the honorable one to get to do it for us, man. Baseball in Cleveland is historically, one of our favorite pastimes, and it's such an honor to finally be a part of the organization, knowing how many times I've always dreamed about maybe playing for them in the big leagues one day, and this will be the closest I ever get, man, is to be a part of this organization. You're gonna feel how much love and how much appreciation I have for the city of Cleveland through being a part of this team, man. And it runs deep. It's never left me, and I'm just so honored and so proud to be from Cleveland. And this is a way that I can always show that.
What do you bring into the Guardians organization? What's the first thing you're doing?
I'm probably just gonna maybe try and throw out a respectable first pitch. God.
Hey, man. Shout out to Travis Kelce, man. Shout out to Travis Kelce, bro. Listen, I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling you. Buddy is making moves out here in these streets. You hear me? Buddy is making. Hold on. What did I just do? There we go. Buddy is making moves out here. He didn't got engaged to one of the biggest stars. That's one. She's already a billionaire at this point. So his stock goes up even higher, considering the fact that Taylor Swift's dad was a money manager, so they already know how to operate and invest their money. So I'm pretty sure this is just speculation right here at this point. This is just speculating. I'm speculating on what it is just because of what we see, what we know, considering the fact that Taylor Swift's dad was a money manager. Taylor Swift is doing what she doing, making her investments, and she got the assets of her catalog, so she understands business, she understands money, understands how to operate, and understands how to create value, right? Him on the other hand, he makes a lot of money as well. So I think he's roughly around 90 million a year, something like that, right? So making more investments into your city, where you from, Cleveland Guardians, you putting a stake into the city. Now I'm pretty sure did her dad have something to do with that? Don't know, or it could be his team, or it could be him. Maybe he was smart enough. And that's something that he always wanted to do, right? But I honestly think it's a smart move for him. I think it's something that's gonna continue. They're gonna continue to keep raising their value, especially with them together. A two is better than one, so they gonna be a rich boy. They gonna be some heavy hitters. They gonna be some heavy hitters. They gonna be old. They gonna be what's considered old money. You hear me? Old money. And there's no telling what other investments ventures that they're thinking about or what they're talking about or who they're negotiating with at this point. Man, but this is what I'm talking about. Though. This is what being a contributor to your city. If you from where you from, this is one, of course, it's on the bigger scale. Of course, this is on the bigger scale. I know everybody don't have Travis Kelce money or Taylor Swift money. I get it. But this is on the bigger scale. This is what it looks like to invest in your city. You want to see your city thrive, so you invest. K. Michelle, This is what investing into your city like. If you really about your city and you really love your city, you're going to invest in it. And you're going to invest in the things that's actually going to move the needle. You're going to invest in things that's actually going to bring more value to the city, that's going to bring more money to the city, more visibility to the city, so that way you can continue to keep growing. That's what you're supposed to do. But shout out to him, bro. That's dope. I think that's a dope move. I think that he's been making some smart moves. Ever since he left old girl, man, his stock went up like crazy. Went up like crazy. But that's what being a value add is when it comes to a relationship. That's what it is. That's how it's supposed to be. It's ain't about ego. Because they both got their own money. He would be straight without her, and of course she'll be straight without him. But that ain't the point. They actually genuinely rock with each other. And as a result of it, guess what? They're gonna continue to keep getting to a bag. That's what it's supposed to be like, bro. This is what it's supposed to be. When we talk about relationships and dating, this is what it's supposed to be. This is how we continue. This is how we continue to thrive for the Black people out here. This is what you want. When you look at life goals, this is what you're supposed to look at. The wife fiance is thriving. Both fiancés are thriving. They're doing their own thing, but also they're bringing that shit together. Bringing it back to one pot. This is what you're supposed to do. But y'all don't want to listen, though. Y'all don't want to listen. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Don't want to talk about that Meek Mill Nike shit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Let me see. Don't want to talk about it. I ain't gonna spend a lot of time on it. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about it, and then I'll move on. But before we get there, let's watch this Lizzo. So Lizzo, she's been trying to put out her album. What's good, Brody? What's good with you, big dog? Oh, that boy done changed that dog on profile picture. Got that camera quality out here, looking sharp, crispy. Sharp and crispy. I see you, Rod Brown. I see you, big dog. Loving it. I'm loving it. So Lizzo, she was out here trying to promote her new album, and what she said, her label is not backing her in trying to promote her album. Now, we don't know the reason as to why, but I'm pretty sure I can give a pretty good idea why, but we gonna get there though. Hey man, 10K subs will make you change something. Hey, I'm telling you, 10K subs, who this? Shout out to you for the 10K, bro. Shout out to you for your 10K subs, bro. Congratulations. Continue to keep on pushing. Continue to keep growing. Listen, now you're doing big things. Just don't stop. Don't be one of those content creators. Once you start to go big and you start to get up there, and then next thing you know, you want to take a break. No, dog. Keep pushing. Keep growing. Keep thriving. Keep thriving. Keep the main thing the main thing. What's up, Banana? What's up, Banana Jakes? Banana Jakes, why you keep leaving and coming back saying, hey, man? What's up with you? But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it with this Lizzo. There's a couple of videos that we're gonna go through, and then we'll kind of give our thoughts and opinions on it in between. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out, my good people.
Y'all, I just posted, I'm currently in the middle of posting a risky video to Lizzo Corporate. Who knows? And maybe people will just think that I'm just complaining again, but I have to say it. It's driving me crazy. I just have to say it. I have to say what's on my mind. I can't help it. But yeah, I'm going to put in my repost. Go to Lizzo Core and check it out. Baby, I'm asking the same question because I definitely approved the billboards in the marketing meetings. I definitely approved ads, but crickets. Y'all, I just posted on post current. Baby. I mean, honestly, that's it. I really don't have any. I think it's like, supporting, post on their story, and then pre-ordering the album. There's really, you've done it. It's everyone else. They're the problem. I don't know, but I'm crashing out on my label right now because I just really I don't know. I feel like there's not any marketing money being put towards all of my ideas. Like I had an idea, we had a meeting a month ago with like a bunch of incredible ideas. None of them have been implemented. I text them weekly things that I want to see done in the digital space and ideas and things I want to make. I don't see them get done. I don't see them. And it's just, I'm starting to really, really, really feel down about it because it's like, I feel helpless. It's like, what can I do? What more can I do? You know, I've been on TV. I've been like posting every fucking day. I be posting to the songs. I shot 2 music videos, put them out. I'm like, damn, like what the fuck else do I need to do? Like right now I'm literally coming up with ideas to like do more marketing, but it's like in 2026, unless you're a brand new artist or somebody no one's ever heard of and is getting, popping off finally getting recognized, it's really hard to cut the fuck through. Like and it's like, I have people who want to buy my album, but how they gonna buy it if they don't know if it's for sale? And so it frustrates me. That's what's happening. Like I post on this page all the time and it doesn't even reach the people who are trying to see my content. It's actually driving me crazy. I actually don't know how much more of this I can take.
Interesting. Let me hear something. Let me hear a different part. This is interesting.
Oh, she's just mad that she's flopping. But in person, in real life, real people in the industry came up to me and said, thank you for saying what you said because everybody else is too scared to say it. So I'm gonna end this disclaimer by saying, I don't really care what somebody on the internet who's never done this before has to say about it because you don't know what you're talking about and I do. The algorithm-based way that social media functions now is destroying the music industry. Now, when I say the music industry, I don't mean music culture. I don't mean the good music that's out. I don't mean our ability to connect via social media to music. I'm talking about the actual industry that allows artists to sell their music for profit. Because if your algorithm is super serving you things out of order of when they're happening, then the general public has no idea when music is actually coming out. I have had several occasions where there were artists whose music I was actually looking forward to, I completely missed because I didn't realize it was out because my algorithm didn't tell me. And I don't want to blame everything on the algorithm. Of course, we curate our own reality. However, back in the day, which was maybe even just 5 years ago, we used to get things chronologically. Because of streaming and social media and our post-COVID chronically online society, most of music marketing is online. Not to mention budgets are, therefore, music marketing relies heavily on social media. But now, ever since the algorithm has been showing us things out of order, baby, there's actually no way to successfully promote an album where everyone knows your album is coming. Now, mind you, when I say everyone knows your album is coming, that doesn't mean whether they care or not that it's coming. Believe it or not, once upon a time, there were artists who were just the biggest on the planet who everyone knew their album was coming, whether they were going to buy it or not. It was ubiquitous. Where it bites me in the ass is I have a private page. I have a private page with over 280,000 people who follow me because they support me, because they love me. But even when I post on that page, I'm not hitting their algorithm. I have 280,000 people who want to buy my album, who want to see me on tour, and they're not even seeing my promotional videos. And I get accused of not promoting my album when I'm doing morning shows, podcasts, Netflix specials, dropping the packaging, dropping the cover, doing my part. And it's not just me, because virality does not equal album sales. There are people who are super viral whose albums just don't sell as much as their fame. Their albums don't match the amount of views they have on their posts. And listen, I'm gonna be okay. I'm a big girl. I'm a very successful woman. I have a loyal fan base. I'm saying this to bring awareness to where we're headed. It is deeply concerning, you guys. Fans are not even aware that their favorite artist is releasing music. And they're doing everything they need to do to keep up with their favorite artists. They follow them. Something has got to give about this, but you know what? What do I know? I'm just a girl. My album Bitch is coming June 5th, and if you didn't know, now you know.
Nah, fam, I ain't going. I ain't going. Couple of things that I'm seeing right now, and 100% I can be wrong on this, but what I see is you ain't popping like that. That's one. Ain't nobody really checking for you. Yeah, it sound good coming out of your mouth. Well, I got people who really want to buy. Listen, man, if people wanted to buy your shit, they could find it. If they really was checking for your shit, Lizzo, they would find it. It ain't that fucking hard. Drake just dropped 3 fucking albums and everybody was listening to it. It ain't that hard. Let's be real. It's not that hard. People just aren't checking for you. Maybe the label don't believe in your shit. Could that be it? That's the reason they ain't backing it for it. They don't believe in it. They don't believe that you're gonna drive a lot of profit behind it. That could be it. What's up, you love? Because you know you lost a lot of fan base when you went from talking about big girl, and then you wanted to lose some weight. You started losing weight. You lost a lot of your fan base based off of that. Facts, Matt. Maybe they just don't like your music. Maybe they just don't like your music like that. Because at the end of the day, regardless of who wants to buy it, you still got to profit on that. Because you still, whatever the company puts money, whatever the money that the company puts, the label puts in behind you, guess what? You still got to pay the bills. You still got to pay everybody else. So are you really going to profit off of that? And to get on here talk about the algorithm ain't pushing, listen, if you're saying that it's the algorithm, you're wrong. If you was just on the Kevin Hart's roast, you've been, like you said, you've been on podcasts, you've been on different shows, you've been posting X, Y, and Z, and it ain't getting no traction. At some point, it's like, okay, well, shit, maybe people just don't want to hear my shit. Maybe I'm just not as popping as I thought I was. That could be it. That really could be it. And then, of course, the label not backing you up, not putting no money behind you to even push the shit even further. Yeah, I understand that part. Like, damn, y'all ain't backing me on this shit. So now I got to do all this shit by myself. So it ain't hitting because maybe you were so used to it. You were so used to them backing you beforehand because you was popping at one point, but you ain't no more. When the last time we really heard from you? When the last time we really saw you doing some shit and we was like, oh, let's go check out what Lizzo got going on? When? Because ever since you got on your fitness journey, I mean, and look, and it's great that you losing weight. It's great that you're doing that. You want to be healthy, of course. That's a phenomenal thing. It's a great thing. But nah, shorty. We're not finna blame the algorithm though. We're not finna blame the algorithm. We're not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Because if your shit was popping, it would be showing. Simple as day. If it was popping, it'd be showing. So, but I hope you figure it out. Listen, like you said, you gonna be straight. I think you still gonna be straight at the end of the day. I still think you're gonna work some things out. You're gonna figure it out, and you're gonna get some shit done. But to blame the algorithm is egregious. For real. She alternating her best fans. Yeah, that's exactly what she did. She alternating her best fans. Listen, she had the big girl community, and then she went. The next thing you know, over with. Over with. Let me go start losing some. Let me start exercising. The big girl community said, "Oh no, girl. Well, we ain't following her no more." We ain't following her no more. She done. She done. She is done. So, here's what it is. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
All right. Now we really about to get into it now. We're really about to get into it now. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the main topic of the night. Let's get into this Kevin Hart situation, this Kevin Hart roast of him rebuttaling what everybody has been saying. But because the way Breakfast Club be on some bullshit and all that, they be copywriting your video, so I can't play the video. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna play other people's rebuttal to what Kevin Hart said. And then I will give my thoughts and opinions on it. All right. Now, in this segment, y'all, I'm gonna open up the calls. And y'all already know the spec. Y'all already know what it is. No freebies. I'm gonna open up the line so y'all can call in. You must be subscribed. Minimum $10 super chat. If you want to pay more, of course, you get more time to get your thoughts off and get your point off. All right. I got it. So I'm opening up the line, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So the first video we're gonna talk about is Steven Jackson. And so he was saying that Kevin Hart, because I remember Kevin Hart said that he reached out to Steven Jackson right after the roast and told them, explain the whole roast situation to him. So we're gonna dive into it, and then we'll give our thoughts and our opinions. So let's rock out.
Nah, so I knew y'all was gonna come here because I know y'all want, I'm gonna give it to y'all real. So Kev did reach out to me. I've been knowing Kev a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Kev a long time. And it kind of came off as he made it sound like I agreed with the bullshit. I agreed with the bullshit of the roast. No, I did not. I didn't agree with the joke. When he called me, he was basically calling me out of respect as friends. And basically, I cut him off. I know what a roast is. I understand what a roast is. I watch him. I love him. I watch him. I love comedy. I love Kevin. I'm a fan of Kevin. That's my homeboy. I've been knowing him a long time. But the only thing I wanted to express to Kev was there's a lot of people like me that's under the old law that I would never laugh at no joke about dead people. Anytime somebody demeans the dead, it turns my stomach because it's the lowest thing you can do. When they made the jokes about his family, that shit wasn't funny to me either, because it shows that you're not as talented as you are when you got to pick on people that can't defend themselves, right? So for me, I just let him know that he just had to understand that ain't everybody's flavor. Everybody don't laugh at that shit because some of us still have morals. I still say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I still open doors for people. You know what I'm saying? I still respect my elders. So joking on anybody, Charlie Kirk, anybody. And Charlie Kirk talked about George Floyd. But I would never laugh at somebody talking about somebody that got killed or somebody that's not here, bro. So demeaning the dead at any point, at any time is never funny to me, regardless who it is. You know what I'm saying? And I had to let him know that. Am I mad at him? No, I ain't mad at him. He didn't say it. I sent a DM to the motherfucker who said it, directed dead at him. Kevin didn't say it. I understand business. I understand what he had going on. I didn't expect Kev to jump up there and say, no. I don't expect people to take up for me. You know what I'm saying? That's just not realistic. You got to be grown. You got to be realistic. I understand he was at a roast, so that wasn't Kevin's place to jump up there and say, no, you can't say that. They said all kind of shit, bro. But my hate is directed strictly at who said it. Kev, my boy, get your money, Kev. I'm glad you was number one, all that shit, bro. I ain't mad at Kev. And I appreciate him calling me. You know what I'm saying? Because if Gianna ever called me for an explanation or why, I want to have an explanation. So that's my only thing. I ain't mad at him. I ain't doing all the other shit. Like, I'm speaking for me, too. I'm speaking for me. I don't speak for Georgie's family. I don't speak for them because I don't really know none of them. You know what I'm saying? I met some of them during this time, but I really don't know none of them. The only person I know that's kin to him is Wu and his sisters. And y'all don't know his sisters. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? They really out there. They really in the streets. And I love them to death. That's the ones I know. So, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's just, I don't do shit for clout. I ain't get out there and jump and say Kevin Hart name. I ain't do all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I directed it straight at the nigga who said the joke, point blank. And if they joke on somebody, my worst enemy, if I see somebody, which I don't have no enemies, but if I had an enemy and somebody joked on somebody dead in his family, I wouldn't co-sign that because I'm too solid. I don't understand that, bro. I don't understand it. Why you got to pick on somebody that's not here to demean them, you know?
I respect it. I respect it because it's not selective outrage. It's like, listen, I'm like that across the board. With anybody. I'm like that across the board. It ain't just about the George Floyd. It ain't just about that. It's across the board. Now that's his personal take. He's like, I don't subscribe to none of that shit. None of it. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't subscribe to it. And the fact of the matter is, no, I didn't. Why would I be mad at Kev? Now, that doesn't mean just because that doesn't mean that he's holier than thou just because, I didn't laugh. No, that's just not his thing. He may not be a fan of dark humor. You know what I'm saying? So that's everybody has a threshold. Everybody has a line. Cool. For the people who don't understand roast, that's on them. And the people who do understand roast, like, listen, I understand the roast, but there's still a line. There's still a line that you just don't cross, in my opinion. And I'm talking in regards to what he said. He's just saying there's a line that you don't cross. It is what it is. So I respect it from this perspective. It's not selective outrage. He ain't out here going off on a tangent. Oh, Kevin Hart, you a coon and all this. He just talking on how he feels and how he looks at the situation from his point of view. And it's not selective. It's across the board. He said, I don't give a fuck if it's Charlie Kirk. I don't care if it's George Floyd. I don't care if it's Kevin Hart's mama or The Rock's mama or Cheryl Underwood's husband. None of that. None of that. Don't talk about none of it. Cool. I can respect it. Now, what does that mean? It's gonna stop? No. But just know. I don't agree with it. And shout out to him for actually going at the person who actually said it. Who actually said it. Versus going at Kev, who didn't say the shit. Yeah, he was laughing. So what? It's his roast. It is what it is. It's his production. So what? He focused on getting the bag. He focused on getting his money and having a good time. What you want him to do?
You know what I'm saying? So, like, we got a great understanding, man. That's my boy. I ain't mad at him. Like I said, I'm speaking for me. I can't speak for nobody else. I want Kev to continue to win. That's my dog. Actually, we got something we doing with him coming up that we already had on the calendar we was doing anyway. So
I'm gonna stop it right there. Let me go to these other. And oh no, bad timing. Hold on, let me grab. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. And if you want to call in too, y'all know what to do. Oh, I'm sore as shit, boy. On me. There we go. All right, so let me go to this other. Let me go to this other. These other videos of the individuals who got this selective outrage talking about Kevin Hart. So let's start it. Let's start here.
Hart. If I still was in the classroom, I would use your interview to illustrate what racial illiteracy is when you lack the ability to read and write situations pertaining to race, because you know there's a distinction between racial jokes and being racist. You know, it's the difference between defending the continuity of comedy and prioritizing humanity. You a comedian. I'm a critic. I'm going to stay in my lane. That's my ministry. And I know you were smoking dope and dog food when you literally said, yeah, but it said was good, though. Y'all worry about that joke, but it said was good. What? In this criticism of Kevin Hart, I'm not throwing you away. I ain't saying you irredeemable. As a matter of fact, I would love to have a private conversation with you about the different ways politically, socially, economically, you can contribute more towards Black equality and Black freedom and Black liberation, and not so much of this shit you're doing right here. You felt individually caned for, and you had to come to your defense. How come you ain't felt individually caned for when your community being caned for by this orange man, the orange man that Tony Hinchcliffe supports? Kevin, are you a comedian first or a Black man first? Do you care more about preserving the quality of comedy or preserving the humanity of Black people? You can care about them both. I'm not saying that. I'm saying which one do you care about the most? Education is elevation, and do better, bro.
This nigga, so I don't know why I be putting myself. I don't know why I be putting myself in these situations, bro. You know what I'm saying, Foucault Fair? I wish Bernie Mac was here, bro. I'm so sick of these type of things. I'm so sick of this dude, bro. I am, bro. I really, like, really. There's an itch. It's just like, bro, shut the fuck up. Are you a comedian first? Or you a Black man first, man? What does it matter? At the end of the day, first of all, you ain't gonna get no private conversation with him because you ain't on the level. So you might as well cut that shit out. And you ain't nowhere near it, so don't even put it out there. Mr. Conscious Lee. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. You Mr. Pro-Black area, man, I hope to God that you're doing every possible thing for the Black community, not just talking. Not just on social media, getting on this camera and talking the way that you talking right now because you're trying to hold another Black man accountable. When were you ever supporting his success? Were you ever getting online and supporting his success? Like, oh man, you know what? I'm so proud of Kevin Hart, bro. I love what he's doing. Did you ever do that? Did you ever support the Black man, or are you only here for when the bullshit pops off? So then you can try to be your Mr. Conscious Lee, where you want to start talking, being a pseudo-lectual. That's what you want to be, huh? Because you the same dude who was up here trying to defend Rhoda Osmond, the brick lady. You the same dude who was defending a woman who was clearly wrong and lying at the same time. You that same person. So you want to hold Black men accountable, but you don't want to hold Black women accountable. You can't hold nobody. I guess to you, Black people do everything correct. Black people can't, but no, you wrong. I'm wrong. Black people only do wrong when it seems as if from your point of view that they cooning for the white man or they tap dancing for the white man. That's what it sounds like to me. You Mr. I take myself too seriously. That's what you are. I take myself too seriously, so everything has to be a pseudo-lectual. Everything has to be black and white. Did you know and understand once you get to a certain level of money, it ain't about black and white no more? You do understand that, right? You do understand. You, Mr. Pseudo-lectual, you should already know none of this shit shouldn't be about race in the first place. It's about money. It's financial wars. Y'all still talking about black and white. Y'all still talking about race, dog. Support man's conversation. And yeah, cool. You live in life. You got the white, you got the great brick, you know what I'm saying, with the patio fan. you doing pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? You got the charcoal grill out there. I'm pretty sure you living decent. But the mindset and where you're coming from is still a poor man's mindset. You still talking about race. Talking about the orange man. And you trying to hold somebody who is potentially a billionaire, trying to hold him accountable for his production because he laughed. And so he wanted to clear the air for everybody. Boy, y'all niggas be doing the fucking most.
And for Kevin Hart to sit up there on that stage and laugh after them folks made that George Floyd joke, and you didn't confront them or say anything about it, for you to laugh, that tells us every single thing that we need to know, bro. Once these folks sell out, bro, they sold out, bro. They don't have no morality. They don't stand for anything, bro. They only love their money. And that's what it talks about in the Bible. In the last days, people will become lovers of themselves, lovers of their monies, having no sense of evil or good.
Man, y'all niggas are always trying to use the Bible and use that shit out of context, bro. Stop using the Bible when you're trying to use it to benefit your own argument, dog. Stop it. Because you probably the same motherfucker who probably agrees with the people in the ABC community. And I'm pretty sure consciously does too.
Like, bro, they putting it in our face, bro. They putting it directly in our face, bro. These people do not care about their culture. These people do not care about other people's family that then lost loved ones to police brutality or whatever the case may be, bro.
You know Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart said on the Breakfast Club that the George Floyd
we got a liberal
joke was not in good taste for our culture, but for a roast, that's just how things are done. They go below the belt. You're supposed to take it too far. And I'm just curious, because I didn't watch the roast and I won't be watching the roast, were there any jokes about Jewish people or the Holocaust? Since they
I don't even know why I'm entertaining this video right here. She clearly said she didn't watch it. You know what? I'm not even going to entertain it.
I often wonder, what did Kevin Hart do to everyone? Like, when did Kevin Hart get to this place of so much hate? I understand he had a joke on his roast about he didn't do the joke, but there was a joke about George Floyd that should have probably never happened. But what do you want him to say? Like, he obviously got relationships. He making money. I'm just saying he's chosen his path.
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna come back to him. Let me go back to this nigga.
Kevin,
you know Kevin Hart.
Let me go back to this nigga right quick. I'm gonna go back to old buddy right now. Consciously, since you so proud of the black community, right? Since you I'm a black man of the black community, how come you ain't defending Kevin Hart when they was talking about his parents? How come you aren't defending Cheryl Underwood when they were talking about her husband? How come you weren't defending Pete Davidson when they was talking about his dad when he died in 9/11? How come you ain't defending Charlie Kirk? Oh, my bad. It's selective. That's why. So you gonna get upset at the person whose production it is. You gonna get mad at him. What you wanted him to stop the show and call him out on the bullshit. That's what you wanted. That's what you want. Nowhere in this video did you say, you know what, man? You know what? They did call your parents out and all that kind of shit. You know, it was just everything across the board. I went right with it. But now you trying to be intellectual about having the conversation. Oh, was this? Well, what the fuck he say? What kind of racism he said? Is this illiterate.
If I still was in the classroom, I would use your interview to illustrate what racial illiteracy is when you lack the ability to read and write situations pertaining to race. Because
yeah, sometimes a racial illiteracy. Or you could just say, I don't give a fuck. I don't care that much about it because I understand the sentiment of what's going on right now. And nor do I need to be upset about it. Because you are. That's your problem. You deal with it. You go soak in your room, you go rock back and forth on the edge of your bed and figure out how you can overcome the situation that you just saw. That's a you problem. That's a you problem. Selective outrage. But let me get back to the other video.
I often wonder, what did Kevin Hart do to everyone? Like, when did Kevin Hart get to this place of so much hate? I understand he had a joke on his roast about, he didn't do the joke, but there was a joke about George Floyd that should have probably never happened. But what do you want him to say? Like, he obviously got relationships. He making money. I'm just saying he's chosen his path. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, but he's chosen his path and he's on it. And whether it's ascending or making money or not, like, it doesn't really affect anybody. And the responses that people have is like, I didn't like his response. What do you want him to say? People said some crazy stuff. It was a wild night. I got the joke back, and it just is. Like, every time somebody getting money and they not getting the money the way that black people think you should get the money, and they not behaving the way that black people think you should be behaving when you get the money, there's always some conspiracy or he tap dancing or whatever.
Did y'all have this same outrage during the Tom Brady roast? I bet none of y'all would say, because I'm pretty sure there were a ton of roasts that didn't have nothing to do with nobody that was on the fucking stage. I'm pretty sure y'all was kicking it the fuck up. I guarantee y'all was kicking it the fuck up. We didn't see no videos. We didn't see no videos from nobody on anything. None of it. None of y'all talking about, oh, well, maybe that shouldn't have been said, or this is this and this is. Y'all weren't saying none of that shit. But all of a sudden, it's a black man, and somebody said some shit that y'all don't like. Now, all of a sudden, he's supposed to be the one to stop the show. He's supposed to be the one to check. Y'all niggas so, bro, y'all some degenerates, dog. Y'all always trying to tell somebody what to do and what not to fuck to do. Y'all always trying to police somebody. Half of y'all won't even be in the position of a Kevin Hart, and y'all sit up here telling him what he should do, what a billionaire should do, and how he should react to a situation. How many of y'all went to George Floyd's funeral? How many of y'all invested? How many of y'all put money into the pot of what you call the shit, the GoFundMe? How many of y'all put money into that GoFundMe? How many of y'all went out there to the families and helped that family out? How many of y'all did that? How many of y'all actually tried to reach out to the family and actually talk to them and say, listen, what can I do to help you? How many of y'all flew out there? How many of y'all did that? To any of the people that y'all always mention, that y'all always talking about, y'all always continue to keep circling back to, how many of y'all actually reached out to their families or did anything for them besides just talking around your fucking mouth? How many? Since you so pro-black, y'all tried to do with Rhoda Osmond. Guess what? She finessed the fuck out y'all. Then y'all want to get on this platform and talk some more bullshit. We ain't a monolith, big dog. We don't all think alike. And we don't have to always think alike. Just because we're the same skin color, that don't necessarily mean we always got to think alike. Yeah, we may agree on some things, of course. Some of us may agree on a lot of things. And some of us may disagree on other things. But what you're not about to sit up here and do have selective outrage around me. It's a bunch of bullshit.
He got sponsors. He's ascended other shit. That's why all the comics are still connecting with him. That's why Cat Williams, the one that everybody loves, was there. Because he's touching spaces and in places and in conversations with people that other comics can't be. People need to wake the fuck up, man. Jesus.
At least he's the only one got some fucking sense. At least uplifting thought got some fucking sense. He understands. Like, listen, bro, this is the business. We ain't just sitting on the fucking porch shooting the shit, bro. This ain't just some regular fucking conversation. Bro, this is a whole production. There are many sponsors behind this shit. Regardless, oh, he's just doing it for the money. I guarantee your goofy ass gonna do it for the money too. There's a difference between doing it for the money and doing it for the love of money. There's a difference. Like, listen, I have contracts in place. I have obligations in place. I have to make sure things are going the way that it's supposed to do, the way that it was promised in the contract, dog. So I'm not gonna step out. I'm not gonna step outside my contract just to appease you and your sensitive ass ways. I'm not. I don't care who you are. I'm not finna risk my money to appease you. I got a family to take care of. I got kids to take care of. I got other obligations. I got people who work for me that still are waiting on a paycheck every fucking week. That I gotta make sure they get paid. And I'm not finna risk that just because you feel some type of way. You gotta be out of your fucking mind. And this is what we talk about. That's a poor man's mindset. Y'all have all of y'all who are saying that Kevin Hart should have did this, should have did that, should have did that. Y'all sound like the same motherfuckers who said Anton Daniels should have stole off on Corey Holcomb on camera. That's about the dumbest shit you could do. When you have sponsors behind you, when you have other things going on that could jeopardize that. But y'all don't see that because y'all have a degenerate mindset. Y'all don't see beyond y'all degeneracy. You don't understand how to look at things from a business perspective. You always see it as you always see it from an oppressed mindset. And you ain't even fucking oppressed. That's the crazy part. But you still gotta blame the white man for something. Still gotta blame him. And no, this ain't tap dancing. This is calling a spade a spade. If you're gonna be upset, do exactly what, because I just agreed with Steven Jackson. I said, listen, I respect it because he said across the board, I'm not rocking with it. I respect that because it's not selective outrage. There's a difference between the two. Y'all only pissed off about the George Floyd situation when they said other egregious shit, and y'all ain't mention it. You only talking about that one specific thing, and you expecting him to do something. For what? If he did do something, then what? All y'all gonna do is sit there and talk shit about him. All y'all gonna do is talk the same shit. Oh man, see, that's what you black people need to do. That's what y'all need to do, man. We need to do more like that. But y'all the same motherfuckers who will sit up here and say, see, man, see that's what's wrong with the black community now, man. You just made us look bad on camera, bro. They just made us look bad in public, in front of everybody. Make up your fucking mind. Make up your mind. It would have been a whole nother situation. See, this is why it's hard to work with black people, man, because they don't know how to act in public. Why you stop the show just to talk about that shit? No, we're not doing that. And shout out to Kevin Hart for standing on business. Shout out to Kevin Hart for standing on business. Fuck what everybody else talking about, these fake woke black people who are talking about, oh, you ain't really black like that. You dancing for the people. You dancing, you tap dancing. No, he's not. He doing exactly what he's supposed to do. His whole fucking team is damn near black. Everybody that his whole fucking crew, all of his friends are fucking black. How the hell is he tap dancing for the black man, for the white man? He didn't put all of his friends on, the same people that's been rocking with him this whole fucking time. He still got them with him. The same fucking people. He been loyal to them people. We ain't see not one motherfucking white person in that lineup. And I'm talking about his lineup of his group of friends. And that's not to say that he doesn't like white people, whatever the case may be. But all of his homies. He done put all of them on. And all of them are black. Celebrate that. Celebrate the fact that this is a black man who's doing big things and open the doors for other people. Because guess what? Other black communities that open the door for him. And he always pays homage to them. Even had Tiffany Haddish up there kicking it. She didn't even have to do a role. She just sitting up there kicking it, just enjoying her time. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Y'all just got outraged for no fucking reason. Talk too much, man. Talk too much. How about y'all go and help somebody make some money? How about y'all go and figure out ways to try to help the people make money and get them out of their situation? How about you start Mr. Conscious Lee and everybody else who think they fucking woke? How about y'all start going teaching finance and teaching these people how to get out of begging and asking for fucking handouts from the government? Actually get out there and do the work them fucking selves to build something up. How about y'all do that? Instead of talking about, well, see, man, it's the problem of the black community, man, because we got to protect our women and all that. Fuck all that. How about we focus on getting ourselves the individual? Because mind you, we didn't came a long way. I said this yesterday on the Banter and Barter show. We didn't came a long fucking way. And we didn't caught up still. We still didn't caught up. So we ain't doing as bad as y'all think we are. But there's just a select group of demographic of people who are still out here asking for fucking handouts. Black people aren't doing as bad as we think. Yeah, could we be doing better? Absolutely. We can be doing a lot better. If we get out of this oppressed mindset, we get out of this bullshit mindset and start operating and thinking, looking at things from a different perspective. Simple as that. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Shit crazy, bro. Shit be throwing me. I was going to do the Meek Mill shit with Nike, but it is what it is. They got it. They got it. Exactly. All the black grift is not even doing nothing for the community at all. Nobody want to hear that bullshit. Nobody want to hear that bullshit that they talking about, man. Oh. So I'm gonna leave this up to if y'all want to call in. Y'all got some thoughts and opinions on this topic. Well, on this new topic this next topic that I'm about to talk about is still up here. You know what I'm saying? You can call in. I send you the link. So let's go to this next topic, man. Let's go to Melissa Ford. So there was a video. Shout out to R Streets. She sent this video to me. Melissa Ford, she's doubling down on what she said before on Lovers by Shan. In regards to, she said some shit back a while back in regards to her dating and different things like that. And a lot of people had a lot of things to say about it, including myself. And one of my videos got clipped up into the shit. So she's standing 10 toes on it. So we're going to dive into it and then we'll give our thoughts and our opinions on it. And we're going to talk about the true value of women. Real talk. So let's go ahead and rock out, man. Shit's funny. Shout out to you, R Street.
You've been ran through like that. That's what happens.
This is what
Melissa Ford, welcome back. What happened after we press publish?
You don't got time to be discentering men, ma'am.
Your wifey material. You should be off the market.
Melissa, like, yo, she's cooking. Ain't nobody gonna rock with her, man. They're just gonna use her for.
You know, when you've been ran through like that, that's what happens.
This is what coping looks like.
This is not what I want for young Black women.
You're 50.
Look, it's not that tight anymore. I don't give a. I love it. I love it. I'm sorry if this makes you mad. Misandry, you get rejected. She doesn't want to have anything to do with men. Misogyny, we risk getting killed. I will not go searching for romantic love when my own lived experiences. I would get further in life drawing a circle on a brick wall and smashing my head in the middle of it. Like I don't want it. I'm not trying to convince anybody to get married, to not get married, to have kids, to not have kids. Do what you want with the gift of your life. But if you want some advice from a woman who has lived an extraordinarily full life, you know, just might have a little anecdote.
We had him on the podcast.
Hi there, lovers. Here's what to expect with
All
this.
right, let's skip it here.
Ford, welcome back.
Thank you. What is she doing back?
I want to do the evil witch laugh. Oh my gosh. Listen, so nice. We had to do it twice.
Yes.
This is such a rare opportunity for me. So when you invited me to come on your podcast, I was like, absolutely yes. And I had to ask your producer, can she come back to Lovers? We will record in the parking lot, and you're gracious enough to come back here. So thank you.
I mean, you know, you're welcome. I'm slumming it right now, but sure.
What happened after we press publish?
Well, a lot of my friends hit me and they said, Mel, that was the best interview we've ever seen you do. And I'm like, that is a big statement in 25 years. And they said, well, you just seem to be so much more comfortable with where you are in life, with the woman that you become, and to the point where you were really vulnerable in a way that a lot of us don't even get to see. It's the decentering of men. Women have decentered men and really started to focus and enjoy their lives without feeling like there's a penance for it or you're gonna get the lonely cat lady label. Don't threaten me with a good time. I feel like I'm sinking deeper into the bath of, you know, just unapologetic, just appreciation for the life that I'm living and the woman that I'm becoming, and I refuse to let anybody take it from me. I am so content, dare I say happy, that I'm just tickled pink that it had such a visceral reaction for people. You know, a lot of women seem to resonate with the content, and a lot of men seem to have their panties in a bunch.
Yes. Which is what I really loved, because for me, it was mostly positive.
Yeah.
But I think that the centralizing thing was just around the concept of Bething, which we're now going to call kidding because people did not like that.
Yeah.
But this concept of women who have come to a place, the reason why I liked the idea of a royal figure, because it's very clear to understand why a royal person would be reserved about bringing on a partner, because immediately it would diminish their power. So traditionally we think for women, when you get a man, he enhances your social status, he enhances your power, it expands you. But for today's day and age, it's not necessarily as true as it once was. That to be said, this concept for women who are kind of coming into this, and we talked about tacit knowledge versus structured knowledge, this awareness that I bring a lot to the table, I have a lot to offer, I have a very full life, I've worked very hard on myself.
Can I ask y'all what this is the shit that pisses and this is the shit that pisses me off. And so this is why I have to use I think right now she's gonna be my example when I talk about these things. Until something happens, until something pops off, it's not like I'm gonna pedestalize her, but she is a point of reference. I'm gonna use Taylor Swift. None of these broads got what Taylor Swift got right now. None of them. Not the level of visibility, not the star power, not the money, none of it. None of these broads got that. And yet and still. Now, of course, she's made a lot of the songs that she made. She talks about past breakups and shit like that. Of course. But guess what she ain't up here talking about? She ain't talking about decentering women, decentering men. She's not up here, I'm a strong, powerful woman, and I'm all royal, and I don't care what other people think. She wanna be in a relationship, and she's in a relationship with a man. Guess what? That makes far less than she does. And is not as globally known. He's not globally known, but he's known in this country. And then even so, then you have to really be into the sport more so than anything to know who Travis Kelce is. And because he's with it, and because he's with her, of course more people are gonna know him. However, that's not taking away her value, nor is it taking away his. Doesn't diminish her and who she is, and it doesn't diminish him. They're leveling up, they're coming together as one, and they're growing together, they're building together. They already put stipulations in place by getting the prenup. But yet we got another woman here who done been through a lot of trauma in life, and now we discentering men. We're discentering because I don't care what other people think. Yes, I am old, and yes, I don't care about being with the cat. Sounds like a good time to me. Great. Then shut up. How about you just okay, bet. If you really are enjoying yourself as a cat lady, and you really are enjoying the things that you're doing, stop bringing men up and just go have fun and just enjoy yourself. Because I guarantee you, men out here who are actually enjoying themselves and who are actually out here doing things and enjoying life, they're not talking about decentering women. They're not in here always inserting women into their conversation or inserting the fact that they ain't with a woman. They're not doing that because guess what? They don't need the validation. They don't need that validation. They don't care. They just live in life. They're doing what they do. But somehow, some way, we got every time. We just saw the post. You don't need it. We just want to decenter man because we want to get that power back. Want to get ourselves back in our power. Why is it that you got to get your power back when you're out of a relationship? You can still maintain your power. It's just the fact that you chose wrong. You don't know how to choose men. You have bad selection. You choose very wrong. You have bad selection. And so those men have traumatized you and you think every man bad. Because your mental ain't together. You ain't got your shit together yet. But you going to sit up here and lie to everybody. Cool. If you happy, be happy. But stop bringing men up in the conversation. How about you do that?
The pool of people who I'm expected to mate with haven't done the same.
Aggressively building his
and I'm
empire
told that my value is whether or not I can link up with that person who hasn't worked as hard to be the person that I am today. And them being like, there's something not right about that.
And who's controlling the idea? Who's controlling the idea of that idea of value? Men have dangled marriage in front of us like a carrot, since that is the thing that they feel like is the ultimate goal for us, and that is the pressure that society has put on us.
That's not the pressure of society, you goofball. Women want to get married. Men are typically the ones who don't want to get married. You could ask most men would rather just play the field. Yeah, there are some men like, listen, man, I'd rather just settle down with my kids and family and be good and just have an empire and build a family. Cool. But men aren't dangling marriage in front of you like, hey, shorty, you got to get married. Come get married. Come get married. Come get married. No, they're not. But what they do tell you, listen, if you are a woman and you want to be married in life, the best thing for you not to do is go out there and use up your fucking body, because guess what? Regardless of how you look at it as a woman, men dictate the market. If you are a woman looking for a man, guess what? You don't dictate the market. Men dictate that. And it's vice versa as well. We hear it all the time. Men don't dictate their own market. Women dictate that for them. So therefore, the niggas who walk around say, I'm him. Okay, well, what's the results? Let me see if you actually him or not. And so the more value that you add up on yourself as a man, you get fit, you get in shape, you start to focus on your money, you focusing on your purpose. Guess what? You're gonna have women are gonna naturally be more attracted to you. If you out here bumming out in these streets, you ain't getting to it, you just a lazy bum. Guess what? Yeah, you still may have some women that might rock out with you, but the overwhelming majority ain't gonna rock out with you. You don't dictate the market. The opposite sex does. It ain't society. That's just how we operate. What value can you bring to me and vice versa? It's a give and give.
No longer the truth. At the end of the day, it all comes down to control. That's what it all comes down to, you know, control over finances, control over status. The thing that I found most funny about all of the men that were kind of in an uproar over what I was saying, you know, when they hear the word decenter men, they hear I can no longer control anything that this woman does because she's not all of the normal things that she would be looking.
Nobody cares about controlling you. That's your problem. That's the problem that men have because you're taking something and you taking that bitch way over there to the fucking left. That is not what men think when they say that. When they hear you say decenter men, they're not saying that at all. They don't care, but no man is out here trying to control you unless he's just a control freak. Most men in general are not control freaks. They want you to live your life. They want you to be happy. But they also are looking out for your best interest too, because guess what? You want a man to be a leader, right? So therefore, he has to lead you as well. He has to be protective of you. He has to be accountable for you. So therefore, he's going to tell you in certain ways, like, hey, shorty, you probably don't need to dress like that going to X, Y, and Z because that's going to bring attention to you. Why? Because men typically understand their surrounding areas. They are more situationally aware. They understand what's going on out here in the actual world. And he's protecting your goofy ass, but you don't want to listen because you have this main character complex. You think that you're so smart and so intelligent. Cool. If you can take care of yourself, take care of yourself. That's fine. But if you with me, guess what? I'm the protector, right? I'm supposed to protect you. I'm supposed to look out for you. That's what I'm supposed to do. It's not controlling. Controlling is locking you up, putting shackles on you, making sure that you don't see the fucking light of day. You don't go outside. You don't do nothing. You don't talk to nobody. You don't do nothing. You just stay in the house and you stay out the fucking way. That's what being locked up is. That's what being controlling is. That means I control every aspect of your life. I control what you cook, what you dress, what you wear, how you talk, all of that means full on control. And most men are not like that. And it's bullshit. And this is what men are talking about. Nobody cares if you're single. Let's be real. Let's be 110% honest. Nobody gives a fuck about you being single. Nobody cares. Cool. Be single. There's a lot of women out this bitch. Cool. They just gonna go to the next one. They just gonna bust you down and they gonna go to the next shorty. Easy as that. What we're doing, we're talking to you and we're telling you, Miss Melissa Ford, the shit that's coming out your mouth right now is bullshit. And that's the problem. That's why you're getting backlash. But you don't want to listen though. That's why they was attacked. That's exactly why they was attacking your ass on the Joe Budden podcast. You couldn't take it. What she said, misogyny, misandry. Fuck out of here, bro. And why she gonna say some more dumb shit?
For a protector, a provider, you know, what a ring on her finger. None of those things impress me or impress upon me, or even feel like I need them. You know, I have proven I can take very good care of myself, and my standards are based on what I have been able to provide for myself. But at the end of the day, I found it really interesting that people seem to feel like I need to justify what makes my life meaningful. I have determined what makes my life meaningful.
If you justify, then why you back on her podcast trying to justify yourself?
My own system of values. I have my own ethics, my own moral code. I know what I place high on the list and what is not very important to me. And I have constructed my life in a way where I'm content every single day. Every single day. I don't want for anything. And I'm not even talking about material things here. I wake up to unconditional love from my puppies, you know, like, and they bring me so much joy. Am I saying that there's no difference between, you know, my dogs and romantic love? No, they're not the same thing at all.
Melissa.
But I will not go searching for romantic love when by my own lived experiences, I would get further in life drawing a circle on a brick wall and smashing my head in the middle of it. Like I don't want it. I don't desire it. I don't desire it. I'm not looking for it. If it falls in my lap, yay. But I'm not sitting in a waiting room anywhere. I'm not just sitting in a waiting room waiting for my number to be called. Like, here he is, Melissa. It's not that important to me. I have very like strong views just about the gift that life is and what we should be able to do with it. It is a gift from source, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it. It is a gift that has been bestowed to you. What are you going to do with it?
And the gift of life is you should have, if you want to talk about the gift of life, and God created man and woman for a fucking reason. But I ain't gonna say nothing. You got it. Do your thing, shorty.
And every single day I wake up excited about how I get to plan and think about how I'm going to enjoy this gift. It's a wonderful thing. So now I'm planning all kinds of travel through Europe and Africa with friends that love me and meeting up with friends that love me in other parts of the world. And I mean, that's just, it makes me just so happy and so pleased. Where does it sound like anything's missing here?
Right. Which is something that we pointed out in that. Okay.
Is that too much?
No. Great. Okay. Amazing.
Okay.
It's giving passion.
You can't watch your mom die in front of you and not really understand on a visceral level how much of a gift life is. And then really think, well, how do I honor my whatever time I have left on this earth? You know, because tomorrow's not promised.
Okay, let's keep this shit P. All right, cool. If you want to be single, be single. Nobody's arguing with you being single. Go ahead, do your thing. I don't know why you're trying to validate that. Nobody cares. It's the certain things that you say. Cool. If you want to be happy by yourself, be happy by yourself. But understand something here. Understand something. You are speaking from a place of trauma. I'm going to be 110% real. This is what it sounds like. You're trying to oversell the fact that you're happy and you wake up so sporadic and I just want to enjoy life. And life is just this, that, because I watched my mom die and pass away. I watched this. Great. Well, not great, but you talk about, oh, I'm able to travel, do these things. I'm able to enjoy friendships. Great. You're able to enjoy platonic relationships. You're able to enjoy the people that you are with, the people that you can enjoy this time with. But when we talk about romantic relationships, right? You mean to tell me that you don't want to experience that life with somebody that you truly rock with outside of your friends? Not cool. You got friends. It's only so much love that you can get from your friends. It's only so much love you can get from your friends. You don't want that romantic connection. Now, again, I'm not telling you what you should do with your life. I'm just looking at it from a different angle. You telling me you don't want to experience those times hugged up with somebody, really enjoying each other's time and enjoying that space that you're in with that guy. If not, cool, bro. Listen, do your thing. Do your thing. If every woman does not aspire to be married with a man, do not aspire to be in a relationship with a man, that's not their desire at all, fine. No man should have anything or any rebuttal to say about it. Like, okay, cool. All we gonna say is this. If that's how you feel about it, don't mention men in any of your conversations. Don't talk about dating. Don't talk about decentering. Don't talk about none of it. Just enjoy life for what it is. I'm even bound to say, even if it fall in your lap, dust it off your lap. Like, nah, I'm good, big dog. I don't desire a relationship with a man. If that's not nowhere near on your top priorities in your life, cool. Nobody needs to argue that. And I'm with it. If you can take care of yourself, you can do everything that you want to do. You don't want it. Hey, I ain't got nothing to argue about.
Honest. So what do you do? Like, yeah, that's just how I started to think about things. It took years to get there because my mom's death was extraordinarily hard on me. But like I said, you cannot watch your mother die and know what she had done for me, like in terms of even just the business of death and tying everything up in a pretty pink bow and leaving me an inheritance that allowed me to live in a way that that really had escaped me for many, many, many years. Like, I was really good, like financially, really good. And then I just had to get my mind level with my new circumstances and understand life is a gift. What are you going to do with it? Like, how many more summers do you have left, Melissa? I'm turning 50 this year. I don't know. I might have 16 summers left. I don't know. Maybe I have 20 summers left. I don't know. But when you start thinking about life in those terms of how many more summers and winters do you have left, I think it really puts things into perspective as to what you're going to allow to bother you or irritate you and what you'll just let go of and keep pushing forward. Because this time is valuable and time is like, you can't get it back.
But that's what I'm saying though. It doesn't make sense to me, bro. You're a 50-year-old woman. I don't give a fuck what your experiences were at the age of 20 because you was in the lifestyle. You were in that video vixen lifestyle. So of course you're gonna meet a lot of egregious men. Yep, 100%. 100%. You was in that lifestyle. So you chose that career. And so you got to live with it. Of course, you're going to live with it. You at peace with yourself. That's cool. But you mean to tell me what you just said right now, 16 years, 16 years, or I'm sorry, not 16 years, but 16 summers, 20 summers, or whatever you got left in life. And you mean to tell me that you wouldn't want to experience the rest of that, or at least some of that, with somebody that you truly care about of the opposite sex? That's what you're telling me. And this is why y'all choose the bet, right? Because we're controlling. I don't know any man who's in his right mind, even when he becomes rich and he's fulfilled his purpose in life, who wouldn't want to experience life with somebody. The last thing I would want to think about is who's going to be beside my bed. Who would be beside me on my deathbed? Friends, cool. What about that? What about that life partner? What about that love of your life? What about that? That person that you actually were able to be intimate with. And we're not talking about on a sexual level. We're just talking about an intimate person. This person that you was intimate with. This person that you was doing this thing called life with. This person that you was taking trips with. This, like, really? I'm not understanding. I'm not, bro. I'm not. Maybe I'm just not comprehending it. You're 50. And mind you, she's not an ugly woman at the age of 50. She aged pretty well. She aged quite well. But I'll let her talk some more, bro.
You better enjoy every single moment that you can. Like, what about my life seems like there is something missing? If you think that my life is all of this is just auxiliary, all of this is just accessory until like a man finds me and claims me and walks me down the aisle, are you insane?
No, motherfucker. It's just the fact that you're here trying to validate it. You're trying to validate it. If it really didn't bother you, you wouldn't be up here talking about it. You would have told old girl, listen, man, I'm good. I'm straight. I don't need to clarify nothing. I'm straight. I'm living my best life. You don't gotta listen. I understand. You don't have to get up here and say nothing about it. If you really don't want to, you could have told, listen, I don't want to talk nothing about men. Let's have a different conversation. Let's talk about what you're doing. What's your next project? Let's talk about that. We don't need to talk about men. We don't. But yet, here you are, talking about men and thinking men are controlling you. Ain't no man, I don't see no man controlling you at all. We're just saying that from the things that you're saying, we're responding to the things that you're saying. And somehow you still took it the wrong way. You still taking it as we're trying to be controlling. We're trying to dangle the marriage in front of you like, shorty, you need to be married. I'm not dangling that shit in front of you.
Are you insane? That's just weird. That's just weird.
Sorry for the interruption. Thank you so much for staying.
I'm gonna skip ahead.
We don't. Lovely guys, but no, we don't put the same pressure on them whatsoever.
And their excuse is just not as good. We
don't. Lovely.
Michael B. Jordan or to Trevor Noah.
No, we don't.
Yours, we can choose for real.
What she say?
Again, because we don't apply that logic to Leonardo DiCaprio or to Michael B. Jordan or to Trevor Noah.
No, we don't. Lovely guys, but no, we don't put the same pressure on them whatsoever. We
their excuse is just not as good. We had Afion Croc.
You can't put the pressure on them because they're the ones who control the relationship. They're the ones who control who they get married to. They have the pick of the litter. You don't. That's why. Leonardo DiCaprio still dating 25 and 26-year-olds. He still got the pick of the litter. Michael B. Jordan still can have any broad he want. So you can't put that up. You can't put that stipulation on. And this is the problem that we always have. You're trying to think that you are a man. You are not one. We don't operate the same. We are not the same. No matter how much you want to play it, no matter how much you want it to, we are not the same. Nowhere near it. You can be a 50-year-old man and still be busting down a 25-year-old. Even though he got caught up in some shit, look at Shannon Sharp. This nigga 50-something years old, he was out here busting down the 20-something-year-old chick. You don't have, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Yes, I'm pretty sure that because you have that pretty privilege, you still got some attraction to you. You're gonna have some men that's still gonna be like, you know what, I'll fuck with it. I'll fuck with it. But at the end of the day, most women don't have that option at the age of 50. So if you're a man of a Michael B. Jordan's caliber, if you're a man of a Leonardo DiCaprio's caliber, if you are a man of that caliber, you should already know that he gonna have the pick of the litter. And so you can't put that stipulation on him because it ain't gonna be the same, no matter how much you want it to match. It don't work like that. So that's a dumb thing to even say. And that's the shit that always that's the shit that pisses me off, simply because why is it that y'all want to do everything that we do? We don't aspire to do everything that y'all do. We don't give a fuck about getting into the clubs free. We don't give a fuck about y'all being able to take these trips or get these free flights across the country. We don't trip about that because we understand what it is already. So therefore, we're not saying, well, shit, how come women can get flown across the country but men can't? Or how come y'all can get into the clubs free? Or how come y'all, you start a podcast, or all you gotta do is show a little bit of your body, you automatically get more followers and views than I get just because you a woman. We don't trip. We just understand we got to do the work. Y'all are always in competition with us. We're not in competition with you. Y'all always want to do what it is that what we do, and you can't. We're not trying to compete with you in what you do. We want you to stay in your lane. Stay over there. Stay over there and thrive over there in that space. But when you're thriving in that space, stop bringing up men. Stop saying that, oh, well, men wish they can do, or men could never, or men this, or decentering. Shut the fuck up. Just do what you do. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to announce what you're doing over here. If you living your best life as a single woman, guess what? Live your best life. Don't bring up men. You have to bring up the fact that you're single and you decentering men. You don't have to. That's when you get the backlash. It's like, okay, bitch, you decentering men, so fucking what? Who gives a fuck? Ain't nobody checking for you any fucking way. So why are you bringing this up? Ain't nobody checking for you.
On the podcast.
Yeah, I saw.
Who he said he's a great fan. He adores you.
I love Avion.
He loves you back.
Yeah.
And so he was saying, I was posing to him about what we were chatting about and the concept around Bething and if that feels resonant for him because Afion's 50 plus and also single.
Yeah.
And he was like, there are parts of it that I definitely resonate with, but I'll never say that I'm fine without a woman.
Yeah.
I need a woman. I love women. Which is logical to say if you're in the position that men are in, because there tend to be statistically more women who are financially stable, who are emotionally intelligent and have put the effort towards themselves and do have socially rich lives. So yes, statistically, it actually is more weird to meet a man who is not choosing to partner with a woman than it is to meet a woman who's not choosing to partner with a man.
That part.
That's about the dumbest shit I've ever. That's by far the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. Lovers by sharing. What the fuck are you talking about, man? It's logical because men are not egotistical like y'all try to call us to be. Men understand that we need women, and it's not for the reasons that y'all think. If you think it's so you got some in-house box, cool, yeah, we would love that. We can get box anywhere. So it ain't that. It's not because, oh, it's like my mom, or it's like you got another mom in the house. No, that's not it either. It's because I got some soft shit beside me and some shit that I rock with. I love her personality. I love how she is. I love the value that she brings to my life and value that I can add to her life as well. It ain't got shit to do with how much money she fucking making. Of course, it's a plus. And then I rock with her personality. I rock with her vibes. I rock with the fact that our morals align. Our ambitions align. Our destination aligns. I rock with her because of that. And on top of that, to add fuel to the fire, she's attractive. She has a banging body. Oh, and she's making a hell of a lot of money. Cool. That's a plus. Because if he's on top of his game, he don't give a fuck how much money you making in the first place. He don't care. If he got his own money, he got his own shit. He don't care about your money. He don't. I don't know why y'all keep bringing that up as if that's a means. If that's the case, if you think that men are actually trying to date y'all because y'all have you have this money and you're making your own money, if you think that's really the reason why these men are fucking with you, y'all got a real issue. And on top of that, y'all were dealing with some really fucked up dudes. And y'all can only attract a certain type of dude. And y'all were not attracting men of substance. Y'all were not attracting men that were on their purpose. That's exactly what was going on. Talking about some bad part. Fuck out of here. What she's let me hear what the fuck she said again. Let's listen to it again.
To meet a man who is not choosing to partner with a woman than it is. Yes, statistically, it actually is more weird to meet a man who is not choosing to partner with a woman than it is to meet a woman who's not choosing to partner with a man.
That part. If there was a whole bunch of, like, who can I think of that's like a really good dude that's not an app, who's like really great to his wife? Sure, let's go Barack. Who I'm a really big fan of, the couple-wise?
He's married.
Sally Richardson Whitfield and Dondre Whitfield. Yeah.
We had him on the podcast.
I'm a huge fan.
We did.
I'm a huge... Am I in bed with these people? No, I don't know their lives, but I have seen them. They've been married for a really long time. They're very, very supportive of each other's careers. And Dondre is a womanist. He is very like, he'll go up to women in the supermarket. Sis, if you need anything, if you need to be walked to your car, if you're fearful, come find me. Like, he's just a really good dude. You know what I mean? So I'm not one to idolize other people's relationships, but I will say, if it don't look something like that, I don't want it. I don't want it. I want, like, the guy that I would be involved with, God, he's special. He's special. He's special, and I just haven't found that.
I want to say that he had this moment in the podcast, which I'm just going to like pin to my heart forever, where I asked him about his son, and he closed his eyes and opened them.
Right.
A single tear fell, and
Oh.
he said,
My son is my hope for every woman. His heart, it's so gigantic. He's so spiritually sensitive. He's such a servant. When I tell you that boy's manhood, I would put up against any man right now at 17 years old. That dude is ready to be somebody's husband right now.
My friend, Jeff Friday, the founder of the American Black Film Festival, he's like my brother from another set of parents. He's like one of the first people that I met when I moved here from Canada. He's raising two incredible young men. My girlfriend Monica is raising two incredible young men. Like, sometimes, you know, like, by extension, you know, I can apply the nurturing love that I would have had for my own child through my friends' children, because my friends are my family. I am part of the rich auntie faction, and I'm very, 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 very content with being there. I love it. I love it. I love my life. I really—
Okay, I get it. I get it now. She's just selfish, which is fine. She's just a selfish woman. She just want to be responsible for herself. The shit that she said, if she can find a man like that, you know, which is a dime a dozen. Because I mean, I don't know DeAndre from a can of paint, so I can't speak on him. You know, he speaks highly of his son. We don't know his son, so hey, I can only take his word for his son may be dope. You know what I mean? And so that's great. He's teaching him to be a good man, but not a woman is though. Listen, I don't know nothing about that woman shit. I'm sorry, I don't. I know what being a gentleman is, right? I understand. Let me be clear. I want to be clear about this because I don't want people to get the impression that this is a hateful thing. I want y'all to be clear and understand this is an accountability factor. This ain't got nothing to do with hate against Melissa Ford. I don't know her, right? I just call out the bullshit that she speaks, right? She's content. She's content with being the thing that's really shaking the boat here. You're content with being an auntie and you're content with just living your life by yourself. But yet, why is it that you constantly keep bringing up men? If you don't care about what men got going on, if you don't care about that, stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. Leave it be. Leave it where it's at. Let the dudes that's talking their talk or whatever the case may be, saying whatever, just ignore them and just keep it pushing and keep living your life. If that's really and genuinely how you feel. If you truly and honestly feel that way, do it. But I want to be clear about this. I am a gentleman. I'm not an asshole to people. I open doors. I open doors when you get in the car. I open doors when you get out the car. I open doors for you. I make sure I'm behind you. I make sure I'm always protecting you. I'm always looking out for you, even if it's a woman that I don't know. But if I'm going to be your protector, whether you know or not that I'm protecting you, because that's another thing that y'all don't understand either. Y'all think that my protection comes from you visually seeing me protect you. Y'all think protection just comes from, oh, well, if somebody break into the house, I'm protecting you. I'm going to be the first one to jump up. No, I'm protecting you from a lot of different things that you don't even know that I'm protecting you from. While you live your life. See, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand when a man has a purpose. DeAndre, he's a man of purpose. He has a purpose. I still don't agree with the womanist part, but I don't know. I don't even know that's a real thing. What is a womanist? The fuck is a woman? Is that even a real word? Let me see. So a womanist theory is, while diverse, holds at its core that mainstream feminism is a movement led by white women to serve white women's goals and can often be indifferent to or even in opposition to the needs. In opposition, let me see. Womanism is a feminist movement primarily championed by Black feminists, originating in the work of African American author Elise Walker in her 1983 book In Search of Our Mother's Gardens. Walker coined the term womanist in the short story Coming Apart in 1979. Her initial use of the term evolved to envelop a spectrum of tissues and perspectives facing Black women and others. Walker defined womanism as embracing the courage, audacity, and self-assured demeanor of Black women, alongside their love for other women, themselves, and all of humanity. Since its inception by Walker, womanism has expanded to encompass various domains, giving rise to concepts such as Africana womanism and womanist theology or spirituality. That sounds idealistic. Sounds like you're idolizing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But no, I'm not a feminist. I'm not. I'm a what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. I'm going to treat you with the respect. I'm going to treat you with the respect of a human being. Man, woman, indifferent, don't matter. I'm going to treat you with the respect. I am a gentleman. I would never put my hands on a woman. I would never disrespect the woman unless I am provoked to a certain extent where you cross a line. Other than that, I'm an easygoing guy. You can talk to damn near any woman that I have come across. I have always been respectful. I have always been cool. But I will hold you accountable, no matter who you are. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck what's your status level. I don't give a damn. I will hold you accountable. And that's the cloth that I come from. Because just as every man is not deserving to be followed by a woman, every woman is not meant. Every woman does not deserve the respect. It is what it is. And you can take with that what you will.
Really, really, really do. And I just don't have to justify it to anybody. I don't need to convince
You're doing it now.
anybody at all. If you're not convinced, I don't care. I really don't, so
don't talk about it
no more. Things sit with me, girl.
And the thing about it is, anybody who's like, why have to repeat it so much if it's true? Because it's never been said before.
That's a fact.
It's never been said before.
Yeah,
and there are millions of women who have been waiting to hear someone like you advocate for the lifestyle that you have, for the freedom, for the sense of.
It has been said many of times. Many women have said this shit before, that they've been dissenting men. Melissa Ford did not make this a new thing. That has been a thing. The problem is, again, and I will state it one more time so that way we can get this full understanding. Men don't care. Generally speaking, men don't give a fuck. Go be single. Do what you do. Live your life. We don't care. We don't. But it's when you bring us into the conversations when we then start to say something like, first of all, bitch, ain't nobody checking for you. Who are you? That's one. Two, you up here justifying everything. You don't have to justify anything, but yeah, here you are on the podcast justifying it. trying to sell to people that the way that you're living your life and how you're experiencing life and things like that, and that you don't really want, you're not really desiring a man, cool. There's no desire a man. It's fine. Nobody cares. But what men are doing, hear me out. What men are doing, they're giving you an other side too. Because while you're experiencing life, just like you just said, old buddy, just like you said, old buddy, he said, listen, he's 50 years old too, but he's not of the cloth. He understands that, listen, I still understand that I need that woman. I need that woman beside me. I need that. And it's not the pride, it's not his ego. It's like, listen, I understand. I understand the nature of me and men. I want that woman beside me, but it's always y'all the ones that say, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I don't need. I want. It's your ego. It's your pride. So we speak on that shit. Like, shorty, you saying that you don't need, you don't want, stop bringing me up. If you really don't need or want a man, don't talk about it. In any of your Instagram posts, none of your videos, none of your YouTube videos, go have a conversation about it and don't bring up men. That'll really show us that you really ain't tripping off of men. But if every conversation that you have, you got to talk about how you're decentering men and how you have to try to justify yourself as to why you don't need a man, then that lets us know, that makes us kind of want to dig a little deeper. It's like, that must be that trauma, huh? You must still be afraid. It is what it is, though. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. And shout out to Love by Sharon for clipping my video up too. Y'all got it.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
I should have commented on her shit. Let me see some. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. I gotta head out and get to Ed and Great Show. I appreciate you, Food Carry Fair. I appreciate you. I think let me see what they talking about over here.
Anton, get your boy, man.
It's a shower group right here. You need a bottle of shampoo in the shower. God damn.
It doesn't matter if my shit wasn't that big. I thought you
I didn't say my shit was big or little. I didn't talk about it.
I thought you did.
Nobody's talking about that dingling.
Hold on, real quick. Can we go back to what you said at first in the beginning?
What?
So now,
because I actually cater to girls when they come out with me, and I want them to look impressed.
Now, hold on, because you switched it up in the middle. You had kind of switched it up, and you was like, okay, I'm giving her the heads up of what's going on. Versus
No, I didn't. I never said that. I said
because originally you said you wasn't giving no heads up, but then you switch it up when Tondog.
No, it doesn't matter. Even if I did give her the heads up, and if I look,
hold on, let me land because I want to give you the difference. Because I know women, if you give a woman the heads up, like I said, she's
and if she didn't look good like I felt like she should, I would give her something better.
But hold on, if you give a woman the heads up that you have a plan that you're taking her somewhere.
Yep.
She's coming with the spinning night bag with 2 outfits in it.
Yep.
And maybe 3 pairs of shoes.
Yep.
But if you don't give her the heads up and you just pull up on her, yes.
Both angles. If she came in with not the outfit I felt, if she felt uncomfortable because of my outfit, let's say I'm just a little bit higher level than what she was expecting, okay? I wouldn't want her to feel uncomfortable, so I would help her be able to accessorize herself if I could. Like sometimes I can't.
Or do it down.
Or I would dumb myself down just a little bit so I can be able to fit with her to make her feel better.
The key word
is I care about how she feels. I'm not going to go too crazy, but like nigga, it's nothing to take off the suit jacket and just wear the button up and keep it open.
If a man got a little penis, does it make
What
him
the
a
hell?
man?
Oh man, he gonna get you kicked off.
You got it, Shampoo. You got it. You got
it. If you got a little penis, does it make you less of a man? Yes or no, Marvin?
Don't answer that.
No.
Where's Slimmy at? Slimmy
No,
got
all right. That's all I said.
Bro. Shampoo, wow, bro.
Why was that the question though? Like that had nothing to do with
Why
nothing.
did you answer?
Because I can answer any question.
I know you're right. You're right.
You need to figure it out for yourself though. Like,
oh, I figured it out. Damn it, I don't figure it all out. But
why are you asking me then if you figured it out?
You said you don't look at thongs. You don't look at thongs in the strip club. That's
What's that got to do with a dick?
Because you got one. So, bro, how long do you like DJing in the strip club? Do you like it? Like
Some days not. It depends on if it's money or it's
what
not.
was the question?
If it ain't no money, then I'm having a bad day.
So my question is another question too. So is it the company, the strip club itself that pays?
It doesn't matter the company. It's about the money.
No, because you said earlier you appreciate, because the girls pay you.
Yeah,
but the girls will pay you, or is it the company that pays you?
And deja vu, the company pays you and the strippers pay you.
Because I know how it works. Whether or not a bitch come in there and shake her ass,
every
or not,
club pays you both. Every club don't pay you like that.
That's
Deja
how
vu, they pay their DJs an hourly rate, and then the showgirls.
Right, that's my point. Regardless of whether a bitch come in there and shake her ass, you get paid. So the company pays you. Yeah,
yes, but that's why if you want the girls to actually do something for you,
extras come from the girls. So let me ask you something.
Okay, so if
Myron.
you work at a waitress or a server, don't the company pay you?
Yeah, you're right. But I'm saying you didn't.
Wait a minute, hold up. Are you serving? Are you serving? Oh, wait a minute. Who are you serving?
The customer.
Okay, who is my customer? Who is my customers?
The
strippers.
Yes, he's right.
Okay, so why am I not supposed to treat them right to make them pay me at the end of the night?
No, I'm not saying you treat them right. I'm just asking, is that a form of how you?
Yeah, that's how I do everything. That's how you're supposed to do it in business.
So Marvin, when the dudes stole the rain, when they rain money, because I ain't been in a strip club 100
I've had girls bring the whole stage. I've had girls scrape up the whole stage and bring me the bag, and they will make it rain on me. Okay, in the DJ booth. Okay? I'm not playing with y'all.
I never heard that one.
I'm lying about this stuff.
No, that's real shit. I've seen that before. That's real
Y'all
shit.
playing
That's real
around.
shit.
Like I'm just trying to explain. This is a business. I'm not trying to deal with none of these girls. We may see each other at the bar or something and take a shot and say good luck tonight, and that's it.
Hey,
but they scrape up all the money and give it to you.
They don't give. Yeah, come on, man.
But the bottom line is, you said it out your own mouth. You respect them, ho.
I do respect them.
Okay.
Why
they gotta be hoes?
I call them hoes because I'm just saying it as no. There's a difference between my lingo. I'm not really trying to say that, but I'm using it because of the whole time of everybody trying to glorify on set. I felt like now you would understand where I'm coming from when I say hoes. If that's what you need to say, because I was saying showgirls.
You don't have to explain this. Anton already talked. We talked about this before several times. We call the women the hoes because women. That's just how the men talk in the locker room.
Right. But
and he understands that. I don't know why he acting obtuse.
When I'm at work, I call them showgirls.
Yeah,
but
I don't understand what is that about.
Huh?
What is
that?
That's how
because
it's in our
strippers
contract.
is not a nice word if you can say showgirl.
I agree with you.
They got it. Listen, man, tonight was dope. I appreciate y'all for coming to kick it with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you are here Sunday, 10 a.m. for the next show. Also, I will be posting up a video soon with this Melissa Ford. So make sure y'all go ahead and show your love to it. Show mad love. Let's run the numbers up. Let's run it up. All right. And so until next time, my good people, I appreciate y'all and I'll